October 29, Facebook Live. This is our update. I want to thank the Hebrew Ledger and Craig Hall for coming and doing this and supporting this endeavor that we do each week. And so we're just so grateful for that stuff. And so we'll kind of give you a rundown. We'll have a few more people joining us here as they come off of lunch duty and everything else. So we got lower elementary principal Diane Cox, and right now I have upper elementary principal Grant Rawls. And we're going to let Diane get started.
All right. Okay. Well, you know, Mr. Wilson, tomorrow's our October Rise and Shine.
Right on. Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to be doing it virtual again, and so as soon as it is finished and we've got it recorded, Mr. Rena will get it on our Facebook so that all the parents and other people that would have come can see the kids get their awards and find out who's our Teacher of the Month and who gets our Golden Key Award for October. So we're going to do that in the morning at 8:30. So pretty early that morning, I would say before lunch, we'll have it there on our Facebook. And then our Veterans Day program, Mr. Wilson, you may want to chime in on this with me. It's November the 11th, and our 4th grade class will be the class that's putting this on. And so we do want to let the parents know that they can come to that program. We're trying to limit it.
Just to those 4th grade.
Yeah, the parents to the 4th grade kids that are in the program.
Yeah.
We'll have them on the visitor side of the gym. There'll be plenty of room, and they can come if they want to, but it will be videoed. So if the parents can't get to it, they'll still get to see it. So we'll get the video out.
Right.
But it is November the 11th at 10 o'clock in the main gym. Veterans, we want you and your spouse to come, and we're going to have it like a dinner theater. We'll have you come on into the gym and get seated at the tables where you can be nice and comfortable and warm, and then we will honor you at 10 o'clock.
Right, and that is going to come with an invitation, you know, for the kids. Veterans, you have an open invitation right now, you know, but the performers, the 4th grade, and then our high school, there's a few high school students that'll be performing. Those are going to have an invitation, and simply what that's all about is that, you know, that is because of COVID-19. You know, we're not going to have all visitors there. We're just going to have those of the kids that are performing, and you know, whether they're at high school or they are in the elementary 4th grade there. So anyway, so that's a cool thing, you know, and that's one way that we can try to get, you know, stay safe. So
yes,
yeah.
Yes. Okay, and then I send home a calendar monthly. I try to get it out at the end of each month so that the parents know the activities and things that we have going on here in the elementary. I'm not for sure if the junior high kids come and pick those up, but there are some important dates in November that the parents need to be made aware of. We have the vision screening that we do every year for kindergarten through 8th grade. And on Monday, which is November the 2nd, kindergarten will get their vision checked. And then November the 3rd, which is Tuesday, they'll be over in the main elementary building doing 1st through 8th grade on the vision. The dental clinic, which is for the district, it's not just for elementary either. The dental clinic will be here on the 16th, the 17th, and the 19th. And we do have forms that have to be filled out for that those people in the clinic to call your student in to check their teeth and that kind of stuff. And it's a very good service. They do a really good job on cleaning teeth and letting parents know that there may be a dental issue that needs to be seen by further in. So the dental clinic is 16th, 17th, and then the 19th. Pre-K through 2nd grade, we get Santa pictures every year. Now, we're going to have some guidelines we have to go by, Mr. Wilson, on that, but we still are going to do Santa pictures. The Heritage Company is working with us, and they're going to work on some guidelines so that we can still get Santa pictures. The students may not actually sit in his lap, but we're still going to do that, and that's going to be on November the 17th.
November 17th. Right.
And then I was hoping Coach Rowe would be here so I could steal his thunder, but our 4th and 5th grade are in the Hodgin tournament next week, and our 4th grade girls and boys play on Monday, We got a lot going on Monday, don't we?
Yeah.
And then the 5th grade boys and girls play on Tuesday.
All right.
And I believe Mr. Arena has already posted the brackets on our Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And I believe that's all I have.
All right. All right, Mr. Rawls.
Well, starting, tomorrow we will be, we won't post them until probably Monday morning, the students of the month, for each grade. We have a boy and girl for each grade, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Also, we have a teacher of the month. We're doing a little bit different this year. The students get to vote on the teacher of the month.
Oh, cool.
So kind of gives them a little bit of ownership in this, and it just we're involving them every way we can. I think it's gonna be a great idea. So they'll get to vote on it online. We'll put the ballot online to them, and they'll get to email it to me. So I think it's a great opportunity. Also, like Ms. Cox said, we'll go. November 11th is Veterans Day, and I really, I love Veterans Day because I'm gonna tell you something. We get a chance to honor the real heroes, and I just want you to know that, and we appreciate everything you do.
Yeah.
So, we have basketball this evening. 5th and 6th grade are gonna be at Howe this evening. So, guys, everything's kicking off. Don't forget this Saturday night, or I guess Sunday morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, to kick them clocks up.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
So,
Fall forward.
yeah, we're gonna fall forward and go from there. And,
So that means school's gonna start a little bit earlier come Monday.
yes, it's gonna start a little earlier. Is it spring up, fall back, or
Fall
fall back?
back.
Oh,
Yeah, fall back.
Fall back.
Yeah.
Fall back.
Fall back, go back an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we go back.
definitely.
Fall
Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
I
Whatever.
get that
Spring
mixed up.
Spring forward.
Spring forward, yeah.
Yeah. Chris, what's catch that for?
So, I know, of course, you guys that ride the buses and everything else, the bus routes are going to be a little different, so
Yeah.
be ready for it. And we appreciate everything you guys do, and everything's going well. And like I said, if you ever need anything, you know the number, so give us a holler.
What about your program that y'all was talking about, at our Triple A?
The AAA program, we started this 9 weeks. AAA stands for attendance, academics, and attitude. And for a student to be able to make it at the end of the 9 weeks, we'll have a trip. And so they have to make it 2 of those 3 ways. They can be on the A and B honor roll, they can be at school every day, or they can where they don't have no discipline problems. So 2 of those 3 ways they can make it, and we'll take them on a trip. We'll take them somewhere fun so they can enjoy it. We're just trying to reward the students for, doing the right things. And,
Right.
some students are not going to be on A and B honor roll, but they still have other ways they can make it.
That's right.
So I think it's a good idea. We've done it at several different schools I've been at, and it's worked out really well. The kids enjoy it, and and I want to give a shout out to some of my teachers. This is Drug Awareness Week, Red Ribbon Week, and they've been dressing up and everything else. And of course, we posted some on live feed and
Yeah.
Facebook. We like to have fun with it too,
You
so
bet.
they've done a really good job. So
Did you have some dressed as a baby today?
we did not have nobody dressed as a
I
baby.
did.
Did you?
Oh,
I did. Some of my
and-
teachers dressed as a
Cool.
baby.
I'm glad we didn't, because I really didn't want to have to see some of those baby outfits.
Yeah.
Mine were cute babies.
That
Yeah.
would have been. They was talking about it this morning. They just didn't feel like they wanted to dress like a baby. So they did dress up the construction workers yesterday, and it was really neat.
Well,
Yeah.
hey,
A lot of fun.
that's what part of it is participation on the
Yeah.
kids and the,
Yeah.
and the faculty and staff, the teachers get behind
Yep.
it, and so it makes it for a fun, week, and then it just enhances, and it, highlights that, hey, you gotta be aware that, these drugs are out there, and it serves a good purpose, and then it kind of arms the kids with some ideas and techniques and things like that to, stay clear of them.
There's
that's-
pictures on our Facebook of that, Mr. Wilson, some really, really good pictures of the week where that they dressed.
And that's one thing we really don't ever put up with up here. And like I said, if you guys know of anything or hear anything scuttlebutt from kids, let us know. Let us look at it. We'll do what we can, and we'll rest assured, we'll do the best we can to help take care of your son or daughter.
You
So,
betcha. That's right.
but that's all I've got, Mr. Wilson.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, sir. And Coach Rose just sent me a text. He's over there. They got a train, so he'll be there in just a minute, just a little bit. So I'll go ahead and kind of chime in here just a little bit, and then we already talked a little bit about the November the 11th, 10 a.m. That's our Veterans Day Assembly program. It's going to be held in the main gym We're going to have like a dinner theater style type of setting this year where we can spread out and most of all of our classes except the fourth grade that's performing, they'll be viewing it from their classroom, via the Facebook Live, and then even our high school. They're going to have it decorated, but we're going to serve our traditional Thanksgiving meal, and we're going to have that set up, and so we're excited about that. Now, again, we want all of our veterans to please come, wear your mask if you want to, we're going to have the hand sanitizer and things, so we're going to try to make it as safe as that we can, but we want it to be somewhat as normal as we can too, as well. So anyway, so we want you guys to be able to come to that, and just kind of know a little bit about what it is. And again, we're going to try to get those all those performers. We'll have an invitation sent out, for like the fourth graders, and then those that are performing from the high school as well. So anyway, that way there'll be no mistake, and we're not trying to, it's just an odd year, so we got to do things a little bit different this year, and so with everything that's going on. Just speaking of the, kind of going down that avenue, we talked a little bit about, basketball. We've already played a couple of, this past week, we've had lower elementary basketball games, I believe, that we hosted at home, and then we were on the road at Buccaneer, isn't that correct? And, I've been to Buccaneer, and so, that's opportunities, and we're not the only schools, in the county that's doing it. There's other schools around, and so, it's always, from now on, guys, I'm just going to tell you out there, it's going to be on the forefront, okay? You've got to be thinking about it, this is just a way of life now. You're going to have to, think it through, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have temperature checks at the door, okay? We're going to encourage you to wear a mask when you come in. If you get up and transition in that gymnasium, if you go to the restroom, concession stand, wear your mask, you know what I'm saying? If you're sitting up there, you can wear it. You can wear it. Wear your mask. You know what I'm saying? It might be easier to cheer that way. You can probably get by with a few things. You know what I'm saying? You can probably get by with a few things. So it might be, it might be worth wearing. That type of thing. So, but anyway, but also though, we've kind of coined the phrase around here. We've got one that's called #MaskUpWolves. But I've also seen one that I thought was pretty cool. If you care, please wear. If you care, please wear your mask. So, but we have to think that way now, because this is the time. This is just where we're at, so if you're too sick, to be at school, or if you're too sick to go to work, then guess what? You're too sick to come watch one of our games, okay? And that's just where, and that's just because, and listen, if you've got a temperature, we're going to ask you to not come in, all right? And if you've got a temperature, well, then don't put, yourself in that position. Don't put us in that position, you know what I'm saying? Just don't come, because it's not worth, it's just not worth having everybody, potentially, just for a ball game, because we're going to stream these games. The Hebrew Ledger is going to stream it. I think we're going to have the capability. Isn't that correct, Craig? You're going to stream the games, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. The Hebrew Ledger will stream the ball games for us. We're going to have a huddle. And if something happened where Craig was out of pocket, we're going to be recording the games through a product called Huddle, and then he can pick up that stream, maybe even live, that night, so, there's going to be various ways that's going to be, that we'll be able to get people, to still be able to see that. But anyway, we just don't want, we're just trying to, be as safe as we can. Our concession workers are going to be, they're going to be operating with gloves, and they'll have a mask and stuff. So, anyway, now we've also got to tell you that those are going to be the same rules that's going to be applied at every conference school in basketball. Okay, our basketball conference, our high school, junior high, and elementary, in those conference schools, these are the procedures. So if you go from Heavener to Wilburton, they're going to be asking you to do the same thing: wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be recommended social distance. That type of thing. They're going to take your temperature. When you enter in. So again, if you're too sick that day to be at to be at work, or you're too sick that day to be at school, you're probably going to be too sick to be at an away basketball game, So anyway, let's just play it safe. That's how we're playing it safe. All right. So anyway, and if you want a complete list of those rules, they're located on our website. Under, and I believe it's under COVID-19, and it says Black Diamond Basketball Conference rules.
So those are going to be something that we're pretty, we're going to be pretty, I won't say excited about, but it's necessary. So we're going to be, enforcing those as well. So anyway, also, we currently, in our district, we continue, to use masks in transition areas and in hallways, cafeteria, bus, and transportation. So again, help us with that. If your student doesn't have their mask, then let the office know, or bring it to them. We'll work with, if you come to visit us, just remember all those COVID-19 practices are still in play right now, and so it's just in a way that we can safeguard. And so, and then we realize, we know, just like, we came back from from fall break, and it's not the week that you come back from fall break. It's usually the week after where you may see, a case, come into your district, after you've been kind of rolling along there pretty good. Well, guess what? What happens is that, once you've had that break, and we were out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, well, bingo, we're in the second week post, fall break. Did I say spring break? Fall break. Okay, fall break, post fall break here. And so where we're at, and so guess what? The last day or two, we've seen a case or two, which, that's a positive case. And so then we've also noticed that, because of being in activities and being around, now this all comes from the health department. They're the ones that tells you who's positive, and they're the ones that do the contact tracing, and therefore they're the ones that come back and say who's going to be quarantined. But at 2 sites, I think we've had 8 at one site and maybe 8 or 9 at the other. Is that right? So that's how this thing plays out via the health department. You know what I'm saying? Based on their protocol that they're using in contact tracing. But guess what? We've got a break in October. And then we're going to have a break. So be looking ahead. We're going to have a break in November, and then be looking ahead. We're going to have a break in December. You see, every one of those opportunities when you have a break or disruption in your school calendar, in your academic calendar, in this time where we're currently at, it lends itself for something. And it would do it the same for cold, strep throat, flu, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? All the highlights on COVID-19 though. So that's where we've got to be, we've got to be safe. You know what I'm saying? We've got to be safe. And so we realize that, coming out of those breaks, there's a potential there for something to creep up a little bit. So, and thus we've seen it, at 2 sites already. We've had some kids that we've had, 2 positives here this past week, and which has led to about district-wide, what do we say, 14, 15 cases, quarantine, between all 3 sites. And so now I won't say that, but I will tell you that, we kind of did expect something like this to happen coming out of a break. And so anyway, but just to keep on going, Mr. Wilson, can I touch on that real quick?
Yeah.
I know it talked about being quarantined, some of these people being quarantined. But you have to understand when the students are quarantined, they still can do their work because we can do it virtually with them.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of them, when they get quarantined, think they're going to go home and they'll have to do the work. No, they need to go ahead and do their work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, if they have a full-blown case of it and they're sick, we totally understand that.
Right.
Just let us know. But if they're home just being quarantined,
Still do your work.
we can still give them the work to them. They won't fall behind.
Yeah.
And then when they come back, then they don't have anything to make up. So that we just want to work with you on that part of it too. So.
Yeah, and communicate that to us, because if they're on quarantine, that's why we go to remote learning for those kids. At that, immediately at that point, we go to remote learning, and so, and try to get that for those kids. So that's a really good deal, So, and just look, if you're going to take a test, if your student has taken a COVID-19 test, well, don't come back until you get the results, okay? If it's positive, obviously, you're not going to come back until the health department gives you their time period. If it's negative, then, they'll tell you you're good to go, But, if you've got a test, or if there's somebody test pending in your family, it's just, it's just good safety practice to not, at that moment, it's just not to come on at that point and come to school. So anyway.
Mr. Wilson, you might want to stress too that the kids that we've had that had to be quarantined, all those families have already been contacted.
Right, yeah, there you go.
So if you haven't been contacted, your child was not exposed to the person that tested positive.
And there was a letter that would go with those
Yes.
kiddos as well. So
Yes.
Ms. Cox brings up a great point that, if you're hearing that and you're wondering, well, you would have already been contacted, you would have already, your letter may be going out.
Those that were in close contact, they've already been
out. There you go.
And then those that were not, we did send a letter home just to let them know that even though others have been quarantined, their child is okay to come to school.
Good, there you go. So see that, and that's good that we that communication exists and stuff, and so that that we're covering that. So anyway, we covered a little bit there. We just wanted to let everybody know that that we did see a couple of cases come back into the school. Positive cases, but to be quite honest, it was expected because of the break. And then we did get some kids, students, that was on the quarantine list. So anyway, then kind of transitioning over into jumping back and forth here on the calendar a little bit. November the 18th. That was, if you look at your, Ms. Cox will be sending out a calendar. If you got a upper elementary or a junior high or even a high school, and you look on the calendar, okay, on the website, you look on the calendar that November the 18th, that was originally scheduled for a distance learning day. I believe that was a Wednesday, November the 18th. That day has now since been moved to an on-site learning / traditional setting. We will be present here at the school right now, right? You know what I'm saying? Right now, we are setting that day to be a on-site traditional setting learning day. Okay, so we will be here. All right, and then hey, we're still seeking, we're still going with our gold membership drive, our gold card membership drive. If you want to be a gold card member, come see Coach Roll, and that kind of every once, like the last week or so, he gets one here and he gets one there, but we need to push the envelope on that. We need to get people behind that and get out there and get them going, don't you, Coach?
Yeah.
What else you got? Coach Rowe come back. He's back. He was over across town and train got him. So here he is.
Yeah, that old saying about the weather in Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
Same thing about in Hebron. Everybody knows about the train.
Everybody knows about the train.
It always catches somebody.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, we have 3 or 4 things. Our big shout out goes to our cross country team for going to state tournament, and they were supposed to go this week. It's been moved to Wednesday in Edmond.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday,
Yeah.
next Wednesday in Edmond. Football, we played.
And why was that, Coach? It's because of the weather.
Well, the ice storm they had there.
The ice storm
Yes.
they had back up, back out in Oklahoma County and out through there. It has nothing to do with COVID-19.
No, it had
or
nothing to do with
anything like
that.
It was the weather. It's weather related out there.
Yeah, we got lucky. We missed all that ice down here, which was good.
And what we have, our boys team made it, and then we had 2 ladies,
Yes,
2 lady wolves
yes.
cross country as individuals made it.
Yes.
So that's very exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, Ray West and his coaches and cross country team have done tremendous this year. Friday night we go to Bacola. It ought to be a great game and encourage everybody to come out and support our Wolves. I mean, our season hasn't been as good as we would have liked, but I want to thank all the Hebner fans. I mean, you continue to support us, and that's to me that's a sign of a great community. We're supporting our kids. Third thing, we're starting our Buccaneer Basketball. Buccaneer Basketball.
What?
Wolf Pup Basketball.
What?
Man, my mind.
Hey, pardon us, folks, while we take the time out right now, we get him corrected on this.
I said it twice too, didn't I?
Whoa, 3 times.
I don't know what I was thinking.
You said it
Anyway,
3 times.
our Wolf Pup Basketball. You can get hold of Mandy Watkins or Ray West, and we'll get you signed up.
We have forms in our elementary building.
Okay, good. Wolf Pup Basketball.
What
One
grade
more
is
time.
that?
You all-
Wolf Pup
There
Basketball.
you go.
What
I don't know where that came from. That must have came from years ago, Lord.
Yeah, well.
Wow.
You
You got a lot of years. Yeah, we're gonna brainwash him a little bit.
Man alive.
Yeah.
Can't believe that.
Yeah.
Girls basketball, we're gonna have a scrimmage
Wolves,
today versus
Lady Wolves.
Whitesboro, Lady Wolves, yeah.
Mhm.
And we encourage you, you know, if you wanna come out and watch the girls play a little bit, you know, you're more than welcome, you know. We just ask you to, of course, you know, kinda, when you come in, kinda social distance. And our gym is big enough where, you know, we can see, a lot of people comfortably and with safety, you know, at our priority. And, I think that's about it. I think our elementary plays at Hal today at 4:30. So if you get a chance, want to go watch him play, I think it's, was it 4th, 5th, and 6th?
Just
Or
5th and 6th
Fifth and sixth
today.
today.
Mhm.
Okay, there'll be 4 games there. So that ought to be good. Like I say, basketball season just around the corner,
Yep, it
you know,
is.
and hopefully our football boys can win today. Friday, next Thursday,
Mhm.
we host buy-in. And then after that, we are planning, hopefully we'll be in the playoffs. And, you know, we'll keep you informed about that. I think that's about it.
Right.
Wolf Club basketball.
Well, that's right. Yeah, you're one to the good now. One to the good.
Lord, I can't believe I said that.
Well, we're not the doghouse now.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Well, y'all were feeling pressure. I had to take some off that.
Yeah, that's the wrong way to do it. Well, anyway, see, we do have a good time, but it'll be serious when the camera's off. I'll tease you. But anyway, but no, that's good though. But we do want to get that gold card membership
Yes.
drive. We want to get it, get behind it. Let's get to pushing that and get to going, and then and I know that yes, we're proud of our cross country. You know, I think that's exciting that they get to go and like the men's team and then the ladies, 2 ladies individually made it. So that's pretty good. That's exciting, and we just got a lot of things going on. You know, we got a lot of activities coming up. A lot of extracurricular activities, but you can't forget the academic side. So if you're a virtual student, you need to check. You need to log in daily, and you need to check. You need to log in to Clever daily, and you need to check your grades. You need to reach out to the office. You need to make sure that you're staying caught up. If you're a blended student, you need to do the same thing. Whether you're here part of the day and you're off campus part of the day, well, both times. If you're off campus, you need to be logging in, and you need to be checking your assignments and your grades. When you're here, you need to be communicating with your teacher, and then also the traditional kiddos. Parents, we got Power School logins, for students. We got Power School logins for the parents. If you've got that access, you need to be checking those grades and staying on top of it. And it doesn't matter, whether it's 5th grade and above or 5th grade and below. Reach out to your teacher. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to that instructor. Reach out to the office, and that way, you can stay connected with the kids. You can find out what their grades are, and that way it just helps move their education process forward. We love our extracurricular activities, but we are here for academics, and we are here to provide educational services to kiddos, and so that's where we want to move forward with that. Okay. Anything in closing?
I can't think of anything.
Mr. Rawls?
Can't think of anything else.
All right. Can't think of anything else. We want to thank Craig Hall and Ledger for doing this, and remember, hashtag Mask Up Wolves. Show you care. Please wear your mask. All right. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Wolf Nation.